What's going on, guys? JPP Duel here. Hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday. And for today's matchup, we have an Adventures Pranks versus an Adventures Virtual World with me as the prankster going first. Now, what I'm about to do right now is I'm going to be checking for any hand traps. We are going to be activating Faithful Adventure, which is ashable, and the Enchantress effect is ashable as well, that lets you search for a right. So, I'm not saying the opponent did not have any hand traps. He could have had the activation turned off, but with these two checks, I assume that maybe he did not have it, so I'm going into my play. Now, I did not check for MAXX, however. What you can do to check for MAXX is that you activate right from your hand, go into your token. Usually, if your opponent has MAXX, they will commit the MAXX to the right activation because it becomes a guaranteed +1 for them. But I had Ash Blossom in my hand in case the opponent maxed me, so I never committed my right to it. Now again, this could be really bad because if the opponent had a Cyframe Gear Gamma in their hand, this Ash Blossom would have been negated and the maxi would have gone through, which would have been extremely bad for us. But I said, you know what, he does not have every single thing. How lucky would it be if he had every single thing? He did not have it, and I committed to my play. So we go into our combo. Now, a really crucial tip against Prank Kids player, if you're ever playing against a Prank Kids player in this meta now, after the ban list, is you do not want to maxi them instantly when you see them commit their normal summon to the play. You want to wait till they commit their Meow Moo to the play. So once they put Meow Moo on the field and activate the first graveyard activation, that is when you want to maxi them. Because if they have no way to recycle Meow Moo, or if they have no way to go into their combo next turn with a combo extension or something, or a Pandemonium play, they are extremely screwed because Meow Moo again being at 1 screws over Prank Kids pretty hard. So I go into my whole combo, we banish a Maxi from our hand because we had 2 copies of it, set down our Pandemonium, activate Pranks, we're going to be recycling 3 and drawing a card, which is our Foolish Burial. Now, I don't know if you guys saw what cards I recycled. I recycled the Doodle-Doo, the Fansies, and the Roxys. I have a copy of Fansies in my hand, so I do not require the Fansies in the graveyard. I did not recycle Lamsies, which I have on the field. And I'll tell you guys why. Once we activate the Bow Wow on the opponent's turn, we target the Lamsies plus the Dropsies in grave, add them to our hand. This means now we have all 3 cards we require for the Butler combo into our hand. And guys, if you have a way during your combo phase to add a card you require for the Butler combo into your hand, please do so on your opponent's turn, all 3 cards are in your hand. Because on your opponent's turn, the summon priority is on them. You can only activate Pandemonium once they do something on their turn. You cannot activate Pandemonium before they do something. So if you have 2 or more cards, monster cards on field, they could Lava Golem your card on the field, which is a piece for your Butler combo, by the way, mind you. Take it away, and if you don't have all 3 pieces in your hand, you cannot go into your Butler. Same scenario, they could Kaiju your piece on field. If you don't have all 3 in hand, you're screwed. You can't go into Butler. So keep this in mind when you do make your plays. Now, once I see my opponent activate the Quan Lu, I know he's playing Virtual World. And against Virtual World, the best card to use your Ash Blossom on is the Virtual World Maihime Lulu. So we do just that, and I chain link my Maxi to the same chain as Ash Blossom. Now, I'm not saying you guys should be doing this. Usually, you want to activate Maxi after the Ash Blossom resolves. But in this scenario, like no matter how the opponent played it, the Maxi I believe would have gone through. So I just chained my Maxi to it. But now this right here is a really quick punishment for me chaining my Maxi to the Ash Blossom. I would have gotten a +1 if I chained my Maxi to E-Teleport, but I'm not getting a +1 there. So I'm missing out on a +1 with the E-Teleport on Maxi. He puts Nyan Nyan on field, the Ash Blossom goes through, that means the Lulu is negated, cannot be coming on the field. He activates a GG from his hand now, sends a Quinlong, puts GG on the field. Now, this is where I misplay. I should not have committed my Butler to this play this early. because he does not have a tuner card on the field. Both his monsters are normal, not tuners, and without the tuners he cannot go into his combo. So this was a misplay, and I was hoping this misplay would not come and really hit me hard, but you guys will see it comes and hits me pretty hard. He had a Quinlong in his hand, so what Quinlong does is that it could banish a Virtual World card from the graveyard and target one face-up monster on the field, negate that card's effects. We obviously now have to chain our Butler Pop to this, so we activate our Butler, banish Meowmo. Since we have Corridor in our hand, we are secure for our next turn, when we could recycle the Meowmo and go into our full combo afterwards. Now with this going through, we know our Butler is dead. We cannot use our Butler Pop anymore. So with the Quinlong banish, he gets a search for Lao Lao and sends to the graveyard the Enchantress. Now this means this guy has the full adventure engine in his hand, so that's what it's exactly going to do. He goes off into his full adventure engine. Now keep in mind, this is all under MAXX. This guy is thinking that he could probably kill me this turn. Now again, Bow Wow Bark Pop went through, so Access Code cannot pop or prank his monsters on the field. And this guy is still going through the full MAXX challenge. He does not care. He's saying, I will either put up a really good board that you cannot out next turn, or I will be killing you this turn. Now, if these two conditions are met, that's the only time you ever want to take the MAXX challenge. Now, another thing to keep in mind when you're VSing a Prankist player, once they commit their Pandemonium to the play, you should not be worried about your opponent nibbing you, because Pandemonium locks them into Prankist monsters only. That means they cannot nib you after they commit the Pandemonium Butler play. So I cannot nib my opponent since I use my Pandemonium. He goes off, like this guy pops off. GG, Lao Lao, Kieran, everything. Gets a normal of Lulu, goes into the Sovereign. He's gonna be activating the Chuche, adjust the level of the Lulu, activate Sovereign since it saw one card get banished, banish my Fancies on field and Bow Wow Bark from my graveyard. Goes into battle phase, starts killing off my cards. Now if you guys don't know what the Stardust Charged Warrior does, this card states, this card can attack all special summon monster your opponent controls once each. And since the Sovereign is on the field and its effect is active, it's not negated, there are 9 cards in the banishment pile currently, total added up. So all my monsters lose 900 attack and defense, and this card is at 2k, it could easily pop every single one of my cards on the field. Then he goes and whacks every single monster he has in my face. Thankfully, I had 10k life points, so he could not kill me this turn. I go down to 700 life points. He exes into Beatrice. Beatrice is going to activate, send a Snow to the graveyard. Now, this is the extremely annoying part about Virtual World players with the new format with no VFD where they go into Beatrice. The Snow can be activated on the opponent's turn, which will trigger the Sovereign, and Sovereign will be banishing one card on field and on the graveyard again because it saw cards get banished with the Snow. Really annoying to deal with. Now we have 2 imperms in our hand. We cannot activate it because we have cards on the field, so cannot activate them from the hand. Draw phase, I draw into Call by the Grave. I was really hoping, I was praying that I draw into a Call by the Grave, because if I draw into Call by the Grave, I win the game. So I'm gonna do another misplay right here. I Foolish Burial thinking that my opponent still had the Griffin Omni. I forgot he had no token on field, so Griffin Omni is not online. And Foolish Burial sends my copy of Nib from my deck to the graveyard. And after this, I actually go into my combo. I activate the Harpies to wipe out the back row. So obviously he's going to activate Chuche to target my Pranks. Since the card is getting destroyed anyways, he targets my Pranks to destroy Pranks. Then I call by the grave the Snow as well. I do not want to deal with Snow. So that call by the grave goes through. He gets the Chuche pop on my Pranks. We don't care about it. Harpies wipes up the opponent's back row completely. Pretty good for us. Now we go into our Adventures combo. We go into our token, attach the Draco back to it. And you guys know what card I'll bounce. Obviously, the card we choose to bounce is the Sovereign. And after that, our Meowmo is currently banished. So this Corridor can recycle the Meowmo. I normal out my card. I get full combo. I even have combo extension with Instant Fusion. Yes, I'm at 700 life points, but once I activate Dropsies in the graveyard, I will be getting an additional 1k life points, so I could still use this instant fusion to go into a combo extension. I know for a fact that he has no cards in his hand that he can use this turn. This was I believe Lao he added back to his hand with the GG's effect, so no hand traps, and I could have gone complete combo, got access code, killed the opponent this turn itself. I had it. We had the game. Seeing the Draco back, my opponent just instantly surrenders. He knows what's about to happen, does not want to sit through it, does not want to watch me torture him, and he scoops. That's going to be it for today's game, guys. If you guys do enjoy this kind of videos, please consider hitting the like button, subbing to my channel for more daily prank video uploads, and if you guys are interested in the live version of all of this, I do live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/jpbduel. Link along with my schedule and a link to my Discord will be in the video description itself for you guys to check out. This is JPBduel signing out for today. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!